Hi scholars, welcome back. So let's jump into our Native Americans unit. Before we get into the lesson today, let's review the different tribes we've learned about. So we know that first we learned about the Lakota Sioux tribe that lived in the Great Plains. That's a large, flat, grassy area. The type of clothing they wore was usually made from buffalo skin or the buffalo fur. They had moccasins, which were their shoes. They also had pants and dresses. They would decorate them with beads or other objects or dye them from flowers or plants that they found in nature. Something that was very important to the Lakota Sioux tribe were the buffalo. They traveled the buffalo across the Great Plains. That's how they got their food, most of their clothing. Even from the buffalo bones, they would make tools. So the buffalo was very important to the Lakota Sioux. And since they traveled a lot following the buffalo, they had to live in teepees, which were easy to take up and down and carry with them across the Great Plains. We also learned about the Wampanoag tribe. They lived in the northeast region of the United States on the coast or near the water. They also wore dresses and pants and moccasins, and they would probably use the animals' fur when they're cold. And since they lived near the water, they ate a lot of seafood, like clams, lobster, shrimp, and they would have clam bakes that would include corn and potatoes. And the Wampanoag tribe did not move around like the Lakota Sioux, so they didn't have to have a house that they could easily take up and down. So they lived in what was called a wetu, or kind of similar to a hut. And they would use the bark and sticks and limbs from trees in order to create their home. Then we also have the Lenape tribe that we just learned about. They also lived in the northeast region, but they were a little closer in, not right near the coast. They were more inland or in the forest. So because they were in the forest, again, they would use that animal fur when they were cold. And then they had similar styles of dress to the Lakota Sioux and the Wampanoag, and dresses and pants and moccasins. They ate a lot of deer, elk. Those are woodland creatures. They also were farmers. So remember in our story, we learned about how the Lenape changed throughout the seasons and they had different jobs. So they also ate corn or gourds and pumpkins and fish. And they also was a stable tribe. They didn't move around a lot. So they lived in what was called wigwams or long houses. They were very long. They weren't shaped like a hut like the Wampanoag tribe. So those are the three major tribes that we learned about today, but there are many more within the Native American culture. So today we're actually going to do somewhat of a review called the Native American alphabet. So each letter is going to stand for different things within Native American culture. Long before you or me, Native Americans were running free. Many tribes with many names shared this land for all to see. A is for adobo bricks made pueblo houses. B is for buffalo that galloped across the plains. C is for canoes that drifted on silent rivers. D is for drum songs sung long ago. E is for elders who led their tribe in prayer. F is for feast made up of clams and corn. G is for great tales told with totem poles. H is for Hopi ovens that baked warm bread. I is for an Iroquois running on the trail. J is for juniper berries used to dye tan blankets. K is for Kachina dancers who hoped for rain. L is for long houses built of logs and bark. M is for moccasins made of leather and beads. N is for Navajo, who herded flocks of sheep. O is for ornaments, which made clothing more beautiful. P is for powwows held then and now. Q is for quills from porcupines used for weaving. R is for rugs woven on a loom. S is for salmon cooked in a woven basket. T is for teepees made from buffalo hides. U is for under. The Navajo slept under Hogan roofs. V is for venison stew, made for Iroquois travelers. W is for Wampanoag Weetus, set near the coast. X is for X's, which decorated tribal dress. Y is for young children who listen to stories. Z is for Zenny Pueblo, who crafted water jars. And that's the end of our text for today. Remember, I'm going to include some questions for us to answer together. You can either record yourself and upload it to Class Dojo or Remind, or you can also write out your answers and take a picture. I'll see you in our next lesson.